everyone, for today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this vest, which can also be worn as scarf or hoodie. This vest is 17 inches from top to bottom and 60 inches in circumference. It has a mesh pattern of 14 by 5 inches, which goes in the back when worn. How to wear this vest? Hold it like this and slide through your head to around your waist, like this. Hold the front and slide over your head like this. Fix to have a better fit. This vest can also be worn as an infinity scarf or a hoodie. So let's get started. For the materials, I use this I Love This Yarn brand in periwinkle color. I use size J crochet hook, size G crochet hook, a blunt needle, a pair of scissors, and measuring tape. So let's start with a knot and chain 160. So this is now 160 chains. Round 1, single crochet in second chain from hook. So 1, 2, single crochet here, and single crochet in each chain across. So here, single crochet in each chain across. So continue this pattern. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back after row 1. So this is now row 1. Row 2, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, turn, and then on the first stitch here, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, then chain 1, 3 double crochets in the same stitch, 1, 2, 3, chain 1 again, and 2 double crochets in the same first stitch, and we just made a shell, and this is how it looks like. So next is skip 6 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on the next stitch here, do the shell again. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the same stitch, 2, 3, chain 1, and 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So this is how it looks like so far with 2 shells. So continue the pattern, skip 6 stitches again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on the next stitch here, shell again of 2 double crochets. So 1, 2, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the same stitch, chain 1 again, and 2 double crochets still in the same stitch. So continue this pattern. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just gonna do the last repeat. So skip 6 stitches, 4, 5, 6, and on the next stitch do our last shell, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the same stitch, 2, 3, and chain 1 again, and 2 double crochets in the same stitch. And then there are 4 stitches left on the row, on this row. So skip to end the row, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet on the last stitch here. This is how to end the row, and this is how row 2 looks like. Row 3, chain 3, turn, and go to the first shell on the chain 1 space here, double crochet on that chain 1 space, chain 2, and 2 double crochets on the same chain 1 space. Then chain 2, then skip the next 3 double crochets, skip this one and go to the next chain 1 space here and do 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 1 double crochet on the same chain 1 space. So that's the pattern for this row. This is how it looks like. So repeat this pattern on the next shell. So go to the first chain 1 space here, double crochet on that space, chain 2, and 2 double crochets in the same chain 1 space. Then chain 2, skip the 3 double crochets and go to the next chain 1 space here, and 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 1 double crochet in the same chain 1 space. So continue the pattern again on the next shell, chain 1 space, double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochets on the same chain 1 space, then chain 2, and then on the next chain 1 space, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 1 double crochet in the same chain 1 space. So I'm going to cut off the video. I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to do the last repeat on the last shell. So on the chain 1 space here, double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochets on the same chain 1 space, and then chain 2, skip the 3 double crochets and go to the next chain 1 space here, then 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 1 double crochet in the same chain 1 space. Now to end the row, skip these 2 double crochets here, and on the top of the turning chain here, do a double crochet. So that's how to end the row, and this is what row 3 looks like. Row 4, from here chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn, and then skip this first chain 2 space here and go to the middle chain 2 space here and do our shell. So on the chain 2 space here, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and 2 double crochets, all in the same chain 2 space. So that's our pattern. That's the shell. So repeat the pattern, skip the next two, chain 2 spaces, and go to the middle chain 2 space of the next shell here and do shell again. 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, chain 1, 3 double crochets, 2, 3, chain 1, and 2 double crochets in the same chain 2 space in the middle chain 2 space of the shell. This is how it looks like. We've made 2 shells. So repeat, skip the next 2, chain 2 spaces, go to the middle chain 2 space and do shell again. So 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the same chain 2 space, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and 2 double crochets. So this is how it looks like. We made 3 shells already. So again, skip these next 2 chain 2 spaces here. Skip that 2 and go to the middle and do our shell. So skip the 2 chain 2 spaces, this one and this one, and go to the middle chain 2 space and do our shell. 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1 again, and 2 double crochets, all in the chain 2 space. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just gonna do the last repeat on the last shell. So skip the next 2 chain 2 spaces here, go to the middle one and do our last shell. 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1 again, and 2 double crochets, 1, 2, all in the same chain 2 space. Now to end the row, skip the last chain 2 space here and go to the turning chain, the chain 3, and double crochet on the top of that turning chain. This is how to end row 4, and this is how row 4 looks like. So from here, repeat rows 3 and 4 until your piece measures about 17 inches. So, or you have reached your desired measurement. So I'm gonna cut off the video. I'm gonna continue my work and I'll be back when I have 17 inches of my piece and I'm gonna show you the next step. So this is now how my piece looks like. The next step would be to do the mesh pattern. So this is about 17 inches from top to bottom here. So from the top left corner where the crochet hook is, we were gonna start our mesh pattern, and that is the next step that I'm going to show you next. So I ended the piece with row 4 of the pattern and we're going to do the mesh pattern next, but before I do, we're going to switch from J hook to size G hook here. And I'm going to work on this side of the piece. So from here, turn your piece this way. And we're about to start our mesh pattern. So from here, chain 2. And then skip the chain 2 space, this one, or the double crochet here. And go to this stitch here and double crochet on that stitch. And then skip the chain 2 space again, or that space here, and go to this stitch and double crochet. Repeat the pattern, skip the space, go to the next stitch and double crochet. Skip, go to the next stitch, double crochet. So this is how it looks like. So continue this pattern across. I'm going to cut off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue the pattern. So skip this space and go to the stitch and double crochet. Skip and double crochet on the next stitch here. And then this will be the last one. Skip and then double crochet on the last stitch here. And that's the first row. So we created a gather, or we decrease the rows this way. Next row, chain 2, turn, double crochet on the first stitch here, and double crochet in each stitch across. So just double crochet in each stitch like this. So continue this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue with a double crochet in each stitch across here. So to end the row, double crochet on the last double crochet here, and then one more double crochet on top of the turning chain 2 right here. And this is how this row looks like. Next row, we're going to start our mesh pattern. So row chain 3, turn, skip the first stitch, go to the next right here and do double crochet. Chain 1, skip the next stitch and go to the next and double crochet. Repeat the pattern, chain 1, skip the next stitch, go to the next and double crochet. Chain 1, skip, go to the next and double crochet. So repeat this pattern across. This is how it looks like. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue. So double crochet here, and then to end the row, just chain 1, skip, and then double crochet on the last stitch here. This is how the row looks like. Next row, chain 3, turn, skip the chain 1 space, go to the next double crochet and double crochet on that stitch right there. Chain 1, skip, go to the next double crochet and double crochet. Repeat, chain 1, skip the chain 1 space, go to the double crochet and do a double crochet. Chain 1, skip, double crochet. So repeat this pattern. This is the mesh pattern. Repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue with the pattern, skip, double crochet, chain 1, skip and double crochet, and then to end this row, chain 1, and then double crochet on the second chain in the turning chain 3 right here. And this is how the mesh pattern looks like. Repeat mesh pattern until 13.5 inches. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back when I have 13.5 inches of this row. So this is now how my piece looks like after about 13.5 inches of the mesh pattern here. So from here up to here, this is about 13.5 inches. So the next step would be to do one last row of double crochets. So from here, chain 2, turn, double crochet on the first chain 1 space here, double crochet on the next stitch of double crochet here, double crochet on the chain 1 space, double crochet on the double crochet stitch here. So repeat this pattern, double crochet on the chain 1 space, double crochet on the double crochet stitch. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm just going to continue with the double crochets. So double crochet on the chain 1 space, double crochet on the next stitch, double crochet on the chain 1 space, double crochet in the next stitch. Then to end this row, just double crochet on that space here. And this is how the row looks like. So this is now how my piece looks like after the double crochet row. This is here. So the next step would be folding. So lay our piece this way with the crochet hook on the top left corner and fold from left to right like this. So we are going to be attaching this piece together right here. And that's what I'm going to show you next. So we are going to be attaching these two sides together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this mesh pattern to the left right here so that the two sides will align. Then I'm going to undo the last stitch there, insert my hook on the two loops, and then lay my yarn like this, and then insert on the other side here and do a slip stitch on all 3 loops like this. And then chain 1 and then turn both sides like this. And then on the top side here, I'm gonna skip the chain 1 space, skip this one, go to this stitch, insert hook, and then insert on the bottom side like this, attaching them together. Slip stitch through both sides like this. And then skip again on the top side, go to the next stitch, and go to the next stitch on the bottom and slip stitch together. So I hope you can see it clearly. So skip, go to this next stitch, and go to the next stitch of the bottom side and slip stitch. So that is how I'll attach the two sides together. So skip, insert, insert in the bottom side right here, and slip stitch. So the bottom side has 26 double crochets and the top side has about 23 stitches. So I skipped some stitches on the bottom side so that they will be attached evenly together. So continue this pattern across. I will be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. So just continuing with the pattern. So attaching them together and skip and go to this stitch. Go to the bottom and attach with a slip stitch. This one, I think this is, and then the last stitch here, this last stitch and last stitch in the bottom too, right here. Slip stitch and fasten off. And this is how it looks like with the two sides attached together. Then cut our yarn and weave ends. And flip to the right side of the piece and we're done. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like this video and please subscribe.